In India, this $60 billion cotton agreement with Burkina Faso is seen as far more than a simple trade arrangement. For us, it symbolizes collaboration. Their vast fields yield some of the world's highest quality cotton, and our factories stand ready to transform it into textiles destined for every continent. Together, we are crafting a new era, one filled with employment, economic development, and mutual prosperity for both countries. The announcement arrived with the force of thunder on a tranquil afternoon, a $60 billion cotton export pact. Imagine the hush that falls over a bustling marketplace in Burkina Faso as someone quietly shares the news, and in an instant, all activity pauses. That is how the world reacted when Ibrahim, the young and dynamic leader of Burkina Faso, made public his nation's ambitious agreement to send mountains of cotton to India. This is not merely about bales of cotton moving across borders. It is about rewriting the fate of an entire region, promising job creation, new factories, and a flow of revenue back into rural districts. Yet, it also brings uncertainty. Can this bold deal withstand political shifts, logistical obstacles, and global unpredictability? And what if it falters?
To understand why this agreement holds transformative potential, we must look deeper, from the cotton fields to government halls, from the rainy seasons that determine harvests to the international titans of the textile world. Prepare yourself, because what began as a humble fiber now threatens to ignite a textile revolution. We will explore how this could happen very soon.
Ibrahim stands out among leaders. In his mid-30s, he possesses sharp intellect and the restless vigor of someone who learned to create with his own hands, now determined to shape national progress. Before his rise, the government was ensnared in outdated routines, and farmers struggled to receive fair compensation. Ibrahim recognized opportunity in cotton, not just as an agricultural staple, but as the driving force for economic balance. He speaks of justice, potential, and building a future on their own terms. Suddenly, cotton becomes more than a crop. It embodies hope. But doubt lingers in every conversation. Can such an audacious vision endure in a place accustomed to turmoil and unfulfilled assurances? Soon, we will see how this historic deal contends with those very challenges. $60 billion, a figure so immense that for Burkina Faso, it represents several years' worth of national output, all tied up in cotton. What justifies such a number? First, sheer volume. India's textile industry demands millions of tons of cotton. Burkina Faso can deliver, provided the weather and seeds cooperate. Second, added value. This is not simply about exporting raw fiber. The agreement involves plans for textile development, processing plants, and perhaps even entire factories, where real profits will be generated.
The package is comprehensive. Loans, infrastructure upgrades, educational initiatives. This is not charity. It is a calculated wager for India, securing steady supply, and for Burkina Faso, fueling transformation. But here is the twist. If successful, cotton will merely be the catalyst. What follows could be factories in Ouagadougou, improved highways in the northern regions, and new trade routes across Africa. Yet capital alone is not enough. What really stands in the way? Money does not move quickly in places where rains turn roads into rivers. Infrastructure in Burkina Faso is inconsistent. Dirt paths instead of paved highways, unreliable power grids, enormous silos prone to leaks. If transportation fails, farmers risk losing an entire season's work. Then there are the political risks, leadership changes, rival factions, and bureaucracy that can stall progress to a crawl. This venture demands unwavering commitment, not empty promises.
Nature, too, is a formidable force. Cotton is a thirsty crop. If rains fail to arrive or come with destructive force, harvests suffer and disaster looms. Even with a groundbreaking agreement, the whims of the climate may undo the best of plans. Still, investors see opportunity. If roads, storage, processing plants, and a skilled workforce can be established swiftly, the rewards could be extraordinary. But the question remains, Can Burkina Faso maintain its resolve long enough to turn vision into reality?
We will investigate this challenge further in the coming chapter. Ultimately, this is not only a story about Burkina Faso. India, too, has a great deal at stake.
India's textile powerhouses are actively seeking lower-cost cotton to maintain their edge on the global stage. By locking in a vast and dependable supply, they are poised to outmaneuver competitors and ramp up their production. Beyond the economics, these investments in Africa are also about political influence. By pouring resources into the continent, India strengthens its diplomatic bonds. Picture a seamless supply chain for cotton and textiles spanning from Uwaga all the way to Delhi, with garments shipped out to destinations across the globe.
India is not stopping at signing contracts. They are building factories, launching modernization drives, and offering technical assistance. This is a reciprocal arrangement. Indian companies gain improved profit margins, while nations like Burkina Faso witness the dawn of their industrial era. Yet motives are layered. Will local entrepreneurs benefit, or will the bulk of earnings return to overseas investors? Stay tuned, as the real impact on people's lives is about to unfold.
Enter Fatimata and Mamadou, farmers whose families have cultivated cotton fields for many generations. Today, they are promised fair compensation and better resources. For families like theirs, this could bring easier access to loans, higher quality seeds, training opportunities, and perhaps even newly built factories nearby, providing stable employment. Such changes could reshape the everyday lives of their children.
But what if these farmers remain laborers, lacking bargaining power or financial safety nets? What if borrowed money becomes a financial trap? The promise is genuine, but so are the pitfalls. Things are about to get even more intriguing, as the next chapter explores how this agreement might ripple far beyond cotton, touching fashion boutiques in Lagos, markets in Marrakesh, and even reaching into wardrobes in the Uwaga region.
This initiative is not simply about one nation exporting raw fiber. It has the potential to ignite a textile renaissance throughout West Africa. Envision Burkina Faso evolving into a central hub, with neighboring countries contributing workforce, raw materials, and shared infrastructure. Think of regional factories, local fashion houses, and exports destined for Europe, Asia, and beyond. Such a transformation could recast Africa's reputation from a mere supplier of raw goods to a dynamic exporter of fashion.
Global brands are eager to branch out from traditional suppliers, and there is growing excitement for ethical supply chains and labels designed and manufactured in Africa. This could spark a movement from raw cotton to finished textiles, leading to vibrant African fashion industries. However, success hinges on consistent effort, strong protections, and genuine local participation. If the plan falters, it is not just a missed opportunity, it is a blow to an entire budding sector. So, while a $60 billion cotton export deal grabs headlines with its impressive figures and national pride, beneath the surface are thousands of hands sowing seeds, engineers constructing roads, rising leaders planning for the future, and families hoping for brighter tomorrows. If India and its allies can manage the logistics, fulfill their promises, and center local communities, this could become more than just a transaction. It might mark a turning point for West Africa. Even if obstacles emerge, be they climate setbacks, political turmoil, or missteps in execution, this ambitious move has already started a new conversation. It has planted a seed of aspiration. Whether cotton rises to dominance or the deal fades into history, one thing remains certain. Africa's textile renaissance is underway. And that, right there, is a story worth witnessing.